What's going on, guys? This is Jake, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can set up your own wholesale program on your existing Shopify store. So you're not going to have to create a second store, and you're also not going to have to upgrade to Shopify Plus. So in this video we're going to be creating a private wholesale section that's only visible to logged in customers. I'm also going to be showing you how you can set up a wholesale customer application form where customers can fill out this form, and then on the back end you're going to be able to either approve or reject their application to become a wholesaler on your store. And I'm also going to be showing you how you can set up wholesale pricing on your existing product pages that's only going to be visible to logged in wholesale customers. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the computer and get started with this tutorial. All right, guys, so in order to set this up on our store, we're going to be using an app called Process Wholesale B2B Pricing. And you can get to this by either clicking the first link in the description or just by searching for Process Wholesale here in the Shopify App Store. Now, interesting tidbit, this app is actually mine, as you can see by the developer name here. So if you have any feedback on it, you can just leave it in the comment section down below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it looks like on my demo store right here first. And then we're going to be setting it up step by step so you can just follow along with the video and set it up on your store. So I went ahead and implemented everything here. So we'll take a look at these product pages first. So we can see this is just what the product page will look like by default. And right now we're not logged in to a wholesale account. So we're going to be taking a look at everything logged out first, and then I'll log in and we'll see how everything looks differently. So if we come over here to the wholesale page, we can see that we're locked out of it right now. And it's prompting us to create a wholesale account. And if we were to click on that, it's going to take us over here to the wholesale application, where we have this application form right here, where we have to fill out this information, or we can log in if we already have an account. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into a test account I have on this store, and we'll see how everything looks a little bit different once we're logged into an eligible wholesale account. So I'm going to do that right now. So now we're logged into a wholesale account here, and if I go back to the wholesale section now and open it up, we'll see that it shows us this wholesale form right here. So we can see before, when we weren't logged in, this page was locked, but now that we are logged into a wholesale account, we can see this private wholesale section, which contains this wholesale table with all of our products on it, and the retail price, and then the discounted price that we're getting, which in this case is 50% off. And then we can order these in bulk by just going over here and selecting quantities. So let's say we wanted like 5 of each. We could just do this, and we would be able to check out all of these at once. And there's also a search function right here. So if you wanted to just search for a particular product, you can narrow it down like this. And while that's not very useful for my small 4-product inventory here, if you have a very large inventory, then that's going to be very helpful. Say if you have hundreds of products that people are searching for, this is going to be beneficial. So if I were to add these to cart, we can see it's going to take us to a wholesale cart right here, and we could just check out like usual. Now, there's actually another way that wholesalers can buy products as well without going through the wholesale form, and that's actually through regular product pages. So if I were to go to the catalog now, and let's just click on one of these products, we can now see that this product page is showing us this wholesale table with the wholesale price in here, which is the 50% discount. And this was not here before when we were not logged in. So only logged in eligible wholesale customers are going to see this. And then if we were to add this product to cart right here, we can see that once this updates, we're going to be getting the wholesale price of $6.50 instead of the retail price of $12.99. So that's pretty much what it looks like on the store. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the back end inside of the actual app, and then we'll start getting into actually setting this all up. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to remove everything that's been set up on the store, and we're just going to reset it up in this video, and you're going to see that it's actually pretty easy, and we're going to be able to do it pretty quickly. So this is what the app looks like once you install it on your store, except the only difference is we can see on this store I've already completed the setup. So there are setup videos here. So there'll be 4 different tutorial videos you can follow, but I'm going to just be showing you how to do that in this video. So you won't even have to worry about that. So one thing I do want to mention before we go any further is that the app is currently only compatible with OS 2.0 themes. So if you have an older theme, most themes have been updated, or there's at least an update available to transition them into OS 2.0 compatible themes. So if you have an older theme, then definitely check to see if there's an update to see if you can update it to OS 2.0. But if you're already using an OS 2.0 theme, then you're going to be good to go. So in order to set up the app, you actually just have to insert a couple of blocks into your theme. So what I'm going to actually do is remove those from my theme now, so that way I can show you how to do it on your store. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all of the theme blocks from the store and deleted the pages, so we're going to recreate everything from scratch in this video. So we're going to be following the setup process right here. So we're going to start with the sign up form, and we're going to set up the wholesale prices on the product pages, then we're going to set up the private wholesale section, and then we're going to create and assign discounts to customers. So let's start with the sign up form. So we're going to open up our online store, and we're going to have to open up our theme customizer. So we're going to open this up, and what we're also going to have open is our pages section, because we're going to need this as well a little later on. So inside of our theme customizer here, we're going to open this up, and we're going to go to pages, and we need to create a template, and this template is going to be our sign up form page. So in this case, I'll just call it wholesale sign up, and we'll have it based on a default page. So we'll create this template. And you want to make sure that you're creating a template for these, because if you don't and you put this in the default page template, then any other pages you create, the wholesale blocks are going to show up on that. So you want to make sure that you're creating it on its own template here. So what we're going to do now is come down here to template under apps and add a block. And we're going to add in the wholesale sign up form right here. And once we add that in, we can see that it's going to be showing up right here. And then we have some customization options here. So we can change some of this text. So let's say we wanted to change this to like apply for a wholesale account instead. We could do that. And then down here, we can configure our sign up fields. So we can choose which ones we want to show and whether we want them to be required or optional. So let's say business name right now here is required. But if I clicked hidden, we can see that it will go away. Or if I make it required, we'll see that it shows up with the asterisk. And let's say we wanted business address to be required as well. We could do the same for that. So you can go through and choose which fields you want to be required, optional, or hidden. And then right here, we have the text to show for already logged in customers. So this is just what's going to show if a logged in wholesale customer comes on this page. You can edit that here, and you can edit your pending approval text, etc. So that's all we really have to do. And I like to get rid of the page title, even though we haven't assigned this template to a page yet. When we do, the page title is going to be there. I think it looks better if we just get rid of it. So we can just hide the page title by doing that. And we'll click on save. And this is done. So now if we come back over here to pages, we're going to add a page, and we'll just call it wholesale application. And we'll select the theme template here, and we'll select wholesale sign up that we just created. Click save. And then if we were to view this page, and you can see that it's showing us that we are currently logged into a wholesale account. And if I were to log out and we were to view that page again, we can see that now we see the wholesale sign up form. So then you just want to add it to your navigation. So you could choose whether you want to add this to your main menu up top or your footer menu down below. In case, I'll just add it to the main menu. So we'll just search for pages and add this into the menu, and I'll click on save. So now we've set up the sign up form. Now we need to add the wholesale price into our product pages. So what we're going to do now is come up here, and we're going to go to products, and we're going to click on default product here. Now, if you only want to assign it to certain products, you can create a template for that. But in this case, we're going to assign it to all of our products. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the product information section, and we're going to add a block. and we're going to add the product wholesale block right here, and I'm going to drag it up and put it right below the price. Now you can put this wherever you want, but I personally think it looks best if you put the wholesale pricing right below the existing price. And then all you have to do is click save, and you're not going to see it here in the preview because you're not actually logged in the preview, but you'll see it once you're logged into a wholesale account. So that's all we have to do for that. And then we can come over here to the cart, and under the subtotal here, we're going to add a block, and we're going to add in cart wholesale, and I'm going to drag this under the price once again, and I'm going to click on save. And then just like that, we've added wholesale prices to our product pages. Now, one thing that you do want to do is come in here to theme settings and come down to cart. And you want to make sure that your cart type is a page, because right now the cart block theme extension does not work with cart drawers or pop-ups. So you just want to make sure that you're using a cart type of page to make sure that everything is working and compatible with the app. So now you've set up product pricing on your wholesale page. So that's really simple. Now we'll set up the private wholesale section on our store. So we'll go back to sections, and we'll come up here to pages once again, and we're going to create another template. And this one's going to be just the wholesale section. So we'll call this template the wholesale table, and we'll click on create. And then we just have to come in here to add block, and we're going to add in the quick buy block this time, which is going to add in this wholesale table. So once again, I'm going to hide the page title because I don't think that looks very good, but you can put in your own page title if you want, or if you want to add a title, you could add in a section with like rich text or something like that. You can always customize these templates just like any other Shopify page. Once you insert the app block in, you can really do anything else you want to the page. So inside the table here, we can customize the table a bit. So we can choose to showcase a specific collection if we want. So right now it's showcasing all of our products in our store, but let's say you wanted to create a wholesale collection, you could choose to create just a wholesale collection and then select that in here. And then we have a couple different options down here. You can choose whether or not you want to show like the original price or not, so you could get rid of that if you wanted to, but I'll leave it on in this case. And then you can edit the colors down here of the table if you want to. I'm not going to do that in this video for the sake of brevity, but you can customize this to match your branding if you want. And then right here we can choose what we want to show customers that are not logged in as wholesale customers. So there's two options. We can either show them the sign up form, so we can have the sign up form show up on this page as well to non-logged in customers, or we can show them the lock screen, which is what we had set up earlier. So let's say I'm going to switch this over to lock screen. Then you can come down here and configure the lock message. So by default, it just says this section is only accessible by wholesale customers. And then we can paste a link to our sign up page. So I can go ahead and come in here, click on pages, and add the wholesale application in here. So now what it's going to do is whenever somebody accesses this wholesale section and they're not logged in, they're going to see this message and they're going to have a link to our wholesale application. Alternatively, if you choose to show the sign-up form, you can also configure some of the sign-up fields for the form and text in here, just like you did for the sign-up form earlier as well. So now all we have to do is click on save, and the wholesale section is created. So now we just want to create a page for this and add it to our menu just like we did before. So we're going to come back here, go back to pages. We're going to add a new page. This one we can call wholesale order, and we will make this template a wholesale table, and we'll click save. So this page is now created, and if we were to view this page here, we can see that this section is only available to wholesale customers, and we can come back and add this to our navigation. In this case, I'll add it to the main menu, but you can add it to whichever menu you prefer. Wholesale order, add that in, and save the menu. So now we've literally set up everything that we need to set up within our theme and everything else we can do within the app. So now we can come back over here to the app and open up Process Wholesale. So now that we're in the app, so far we have created the order form and we've created the application. Now I'm going to show you how you can actually manage customers and assign them discounts. So if we come over here to the customers section, so we can see here in the customers section, we have two sections. We have pending B2B customers and active B2B customers. So pending B2B customers are going to show up whenever somebody fills out this wholesale application. Their information is going to show up right here. And then if you approve them, they are going to show up here inside of active B2B customers along with the discount tags that you assign them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign up quickly for a B2B account just to show you what it would look like. All right, so what I just did was I filled out the wholesale application form, and now we can see it's saying thank you, our wholesale account is currently under review. And if I were to go to the wholesale page, we can see that it's still showing that our wholesale account is under review, so we're not able to access anything. And if I were to go to the catalog and click on one of these products, we can see that no discount is visible. So if I come back over here to the app and we refresh this page here, we'll see that now we can see the application for the account that I just filled out. So when you're going through the pending B2B customers, all you have to do is you can take a look at the info that they inputted into the form, and then you can click on them and you can choose to either accept them or reject them. So if you reject them, they're just going to disappear and they're going to be gone, or if you accept them, they're going to become active. So in this case, I'm going to accept this account. And then if we come over here to active B2B customers, and then you have to refresh it sometimes, and then we come back over here, we will now see the new account that we just created. So we can see this information is in here, and we can click on them and assign them discounts, which we're going to get to in a second. But first, let's see if anything looks different on the store. So if we refresh on the product page, you'll notice that nothing looks different. And this is because even though this customer is now a wholesale customer, they have not been assigned an actual wholesale discount yet. So they're not going to be seeing anything. And if I go to the wholesale order form, we can see that the form is now visible to us. It's not blocked anymore. But since we don't have any discounts assigned to our account, we're still getting standard pricing. So we now have access to the content, but we don't have access to any discounts. So that's where the next step of the setup comes in. So if we come back over here and we come down to the discounts section, this is where we can create discounts to assign to our wholesale customers. So there's two types of discounts that you can create. There's flat discounts, which are pretty straightforward. This is creating, let's say, just a flat 50% off, or a flat price off, so say $50 off any order, etc. So these are pretty straightforward. If I were to create a new one, we could create flat discount example. You can choose whether or not you want to charge your wholesale customers taxes or not. So you can choose whether you want them to be tax exempt. Then we have the discount type. So we have percentage off, price off, or a fixed price if you want everything to be a fixed price. So this one will be 25% off, and then you can choose to apply it to all products, or you can choose to apply it to specific collections. And then you can also choose to assign this tag to specific customers. So we're going to do this later back on the customer screen though. So I'm going to just click on save. And now we're going to take a look at the tier discounts. So the tier discounts are interesting because this is how you can set up minimum order quantities for customers. So let's say you only want wholesale pricing available for customers that order at least 5 of your product. So you can set this up by setting up tiers based on either total cart value. So you could have tiers that start with, say, you want your minimum to start at $100. You could do that with total cart value. Or we have product quantity. So this is how you can set up minimum order quantity. Or we have loyalty discounts. And there's an explanation of how they work right here if you want to pause the video and read that. I don't want the video to go on too long. But let's set up a typical quantity discount. So we'll do minimum order example. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just apply this to all products, and then we're going to add a new tier. And let's say I'm going to make this minimum order 5, and we'll do it up to 20 for this tier. So this means customers are going to have to add at least 5 of the product to cart in order to qualify for this discount. So we can go in here and let's say we'll make this 60% off. And you can add multiple tiers if you want. So let's say this first tier is 5 to 20. Let's say the next tier is 21 to say like 50. And this is like 65% off. So you can add multiple tiers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save now. And then at any time you can come back in here and edit your discounts as well. But now I'm going to come back to customers, and we're going to go to active B2B customers, and we're going to actually assign a discount to the account we just created. So at any time we can go to active B2B customers, click on any of our customers right here, click on actions, and then we can always revoke their B2B access at any time. But we can come down here and click on assign discount tags, and then we can look through the discounts we have. So we'll add the flat discount example to this account first, and then I'll click on save. And then we'll come back to the live store, and what we'll notice here, if I refresh the wholesale page, is now we'll see that the 25% discount that we've been assigned to this customer is showing up right here. And if we were to go to the catalog and I were to open up one of these products, we'd see that now this discount is showing on the product page as well. And that's because we assigned ourselves a discount. So what I'm going to do now is switch the discount. So I'm going to go to remove discount tags, and we will remove the flat discount example. And we can see that this discount is gone. And now I'm going to assign the minimum order example that we just created, and we'll see what that looks like. So if we come back over here to the product page and we refresh, we'll see that now it's showing our discount tiers. So we're not actually going to get these discounts unless we add the minimum order to cart. So let's say I add one of these to cart right now, and we can see that we are not getting a discount. But if I go back and I were to add 6 of these to cart, we can see that now we are getting the wholesale discount right here. And if we go over to the wholesale page, we'll see that on the wholesale form now, the discount tier is showing instead. And we can see that if I were to add 4 of these to cart, we're getting the standard price. But as soon as I add 5, the discount tier is now kicking in. And that applies for all of these products. At 4, it's not kicking in. At 5, we get the 60% off. And if I were to go up to 21, we can see now we're getting the 65, which in this case, I accidentally made $65 off instead of 60%, but still we can see how this example works. So now we've set up pretty much everything with the app. Now, one other thing that will save you some time, if you want to have one discount or multiple discounts that you're going to be applying to every single wholesale customer, if you come over here to settings, you can choose to auto assign tags to customers labeled as B2B. So what this means is every time that you approve a customer inside of the customers tab, they will automatically be assigned whatever you pick here. So if you wanted everyone to have that flat 25% discount that we created earlier, as soon as they are approved for B2B, then you could add this right here and click save. And then that tag would now automatically assign to everyone that is an active B2B customer. So that's how you can set up wholesale pricing on your store with a private wholesale section, wholesale pricing on your product pages, and set up minimum order quantities for your wholesale discounts. So with that said, I hope this video was helpful, and be sure to check out Process Wholesale to set this up yourself on your own store. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.